these things. He says, definitely, there cannot be any illegitimate children, offspring from women. So our sisters who are not married and have a child outside of wedlock, don't feel bad. There is no such thing as an illegitimate child. There is no such thing as an illegitimate child. Let me explain this. I'm going to show this to you. First, let's go into the Black's Law Dictionary. Well, no, we have to go to Black's Law Dictionary. I'm going to go into the Bible first. We're going to read Matthew chapter 1. We're going to expose some stuff tonight. We want our brothers and sisters to really now think of how our ancestors had already things set up for us. Then I'll go into the dictionary, and then I'll go into the Black's Law to prove this. Chapter 1 of Matthew, verse 18. I know you all going to sit here and probably like, damn. Okay. It says here, now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. When as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Ghost. Espoused means an agreement to get married at another time. Mary wasn't married when she had Jesus.
Yeah, betrothed, so the same thing.
She wasn't married. She was espoused. That is an agreement to get married at another time. Okay, let's look at the word espoused in the Black's Law Dictionary. Since the European goes by law so much, since he goes by law, let's read his law. Let's read his law in the Black's Law Dictionary. Let's look up the word espoused. Or betrothed, like you were saying. Betrothed, as you were stating. So for our sisters that having a child outside of marriage, don't feel bad. There's no such thing as an illegitimate child. Any child that comes by way of his mother, that's the natural law about all children come way of. And the reason why the church deemed woman in the state of sin is because they did not want you to have any remembrance of the ancient goddess worship when the goddess was giving life to the gods and men by herself without a male. They have to now put the male there so to go along with their religion. This is why women have to have, oh, you have to be married to have a child. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Hold on, y'all. I'm doing earpiece back in.
So many women talking about,
you don't have to be married. Right. So again, we have to do the research sometime for our brothers and sisters who have not yet been able to do the research for themselves. Once they get the information, they can then go back and see. The word espouse in the Black's Law Dictionary says a mutual promise between a man and a woman to marry each other at some other time. So Mary and Joseph was espoused. They was engaged to be married, but they wasn't married. Any questions so far? So she can speak no overdue. Got to do the research.
What chapter that is again?
That was chapter of Matthew chapter 1, verse 18. All right. Let's go.
What edition is that?
This is the 6th edition of Black Law Dictionary. Let's go to the Webster's Dictionary, the unabridged dictionary. The older versions of the dictionary you can find will have better definitions. All right, we're going to look at the word espouse. So with our sisters and brothers, especially our sisters, shouldn't be feeling bad if they have a child and they're not married. See, we have to do the research, and this is why we are here to do the research, so that our brothers and sisters who wasn't able or fortunate to get this kind of information, they can go back, watch the DVDs, get the documentation for themselves and reevaluate their position. How many sisters and brothers you all have known that said, man, me and my woman been together for 20 some years, but as soon as we got that piece of paper, all hell just broke loose.
Yep.
Because it shows you that this is a natural violation against the supreme law of nature. Alright.
I need to do it there. Can you look up the other word too?
What's the other? Withdrawal.
Defraud. D-E-T-R. I'll tell you.
So we have to just give an opportunity to do the research. Because our brothers and sisters, you know, they have not been fortunate enough, most of them, to come into this kind of information. Okay, the term espouse means an agreement between man and woman to marry at another time. So Mary and Joseph was espoused. That means they wasn't married. They were engaged to be married. They made an agreement to get married, but they wasn't married. And you want to look at the word now?
B-E-T-R-O-T-H-E-D. B-E-T-R-O-T-H-E-D.
It means an act of betrothment or the state of being betrothed, a promise or an engagement between two persons for a future marriage. They wasn't married.
They got a better definition than the other word.
Yeah.
And that's,
They was not married, y'all. Okay. Now, can't nobody say we crazy. We're coming from the Black's Law Dictionary.
And if I'm not mistaken, they base their legal issues and codes off the Bible, right?
Right. Everything off the Bible.
Literally.
Literally.
Okay.
And technically, Joseph wasn't Jesus' daddy.
No. So there's a difference that our sisters and brothers have to understand, that there's a difference between the word legal and lawful. Lawful comes from the divine birthrights. That's directly from the Creator. Legal is coming from what man created for the purpose of contract, agreement, make money.
Two persons.
All right?
That's an interesting word, person.
Yes, a person, which, you know, so person is also an artificial entity. So Brother C.M. Bay said, definitely there cannot be any illegitimate children, offspring from women, because woman is the supreme gate of creation of both male and female children by the law of nature. By the law of nature, she has no illegitimate children, because both the male and female come from her, which spells Islam, or I, self, law, am master. Woman is the carpenter and the grand architect of the human family. The Pope, priest, not the priest here, the priest that you have today, the preacher, and judges of the Christian societies definitely cannot prove that their Adam and Eve had a marriage license. Where is their marriage license in the Bible? They can't even prove that Adam and Eve had a marriage license. But what they said was, when God created Adam and Eve, that they knew each other, they were married, because this was a divine covenant from the Creator, which made it lawful through nature. Alright? Did you ever stop to think, Brother C.M. Bay says, that the marriage license code is an act of selling women and men back to themselves? That's slavery. You're buying each other. You know, when you get married, your woman become your property, you become her property. Where you going? What you doing? What you wearing there for? This is slavery.
When I look at the word husband, it means housebound.
Housebound.
Right.
This is why we have to do the research, so that our brothers and sisters can view this for themselves. Okay? In the Black's Law Dictionary, page 972, let's look at the word marriage license. And then maybe from there we can go into some other things I was